From Samstown, we're here for the title matches of the Mojave Doubles Classic, both divisions at once. On the left here, that is Casey Shepard. He partnered with Avery Domigan to get the number 2 seed. They won their semifinal match to take on top seed Solomon Salama and Serel Cardenas. And the crowd tells the story as that 8-10 came out of nowhere. Both teams scoring very high on a pattern that did not yield very high scores all the way down the field. And that's already a 5th frame probable open for the team. We'll review the scores in just a second. On the right, Lindsey, Grime, and Kendall Balea, the doubles dream team, looking to win their 3rd as a partnership, are taking on the top seed Start Longa and Hayden King. And the girls have to win by 6 to tie and 7 to win. They're much earlier on, so we're going to focus a little bit on the scratch here.
Number 78.
14-year-old Avery Domigan. He's part of that crowd of up-and-coming young ladies that compete and succeed with the guys week in and week out. They just beat another one of them, Kelsey Axon Karamura, and her partner, Gianni Silva, in the scratch semifinal match. Nice shot, leaves that flat 10 in the 6th for their team. They're bowling Baker, so essentially alternating frame. One teammate does all the odds, one teammate does all the evens. It's their choice how to set that up. And you see their score here with 96 through 5 playing against the theoretical 96, no, what is that, 97, 116 through 5. So early, about 20 pin advantage for Solomon and Serel. And plenty of bowling left to do. Avery, a well-practiced, well-traveled bowler, excellent spare shooter, goes hard and straight at that 10 and hits it right in the schnoz. King, who this is, and Longa looking for their first career titles each. They've started out spare strike as a team, make it spare double as a team. It's only Hayden's 2nd JBT event. Dart's been doing this for a little while. And up now in lane 4 is my current brand new headache. As Headache trips that 6 pin there to extend their lead to 30 pins. Solomon a headache because he went ahead and won a PBA regional last week, which means, why is he bowling this tournament? Well, it's a non-champs event and he's not a PBA member. Our rule is that if you're 21 and under and not a PBA member, you can keep on bowling. That's how Wesley Lowe had like 15 PBA titles and he was still bowling main event every year. A little bit of a loophole, but that's how it is. That's the way we like it, because it gives you the absolute toughest competition to go against. Serel's had a lot of bad luck in title matches. That's well documented, but so far so good here as he and his partner have 5 out of 6 strikes to start it off, and Shepard and Avery need to get it going right now. That 8-10 was on a double and just kind of came out of nowhere, though. They bowled a good game last game to get to this title match. The oil has been carrying down throughout the day on this titanium lane pattern, a good challenge element pattern. So we saw more flat 10s as the day went on, but certainly Shepard with a ton of power doesn't leave 8-10s very often, I guarantee you that. Casey runs the pro shop over it. Strike zone, of course. The only pure adult left in the
Number
field.
78.
Although when he was a junior, that's happened to Avery like 4 times, and only Avery. When he was a junior, he topped 16 at junior gold twice. That is no small accomplishment. Poor Avery's going to put in her own order at the snack bar just to cancel out the orders that keep getting ready on her dollar, and she must strike here, so that's a mature move to actually stop and reset right there, as her team must have this strike to have any prayer still. Ah! That carry down getting her a little bit. Back-to-back flat 10s are going to put them in a real difficult spot there. Well, that's a church for Longa. Hayden, Dart's partner, Hayden, made the Greek church earlier today. I asked him if he was inspired by Jennifer's Greek church spare at main event last year, and he says he never heard of that. So I smacked him. No, I didn't. I did not smack a kid. Mentally, yes. Physically, no. So he only gets the 3 out of it there. Avery's going to make this spare, I bet you. Yeah, no problem there. However, their team can only get 216 at this point, and Solomon and Serel pacing 230. That's what, no more string the rest of the way, so they are looking really good. Earlier this season, Solomon joined the very elite 30 career JBT title club. Only one club, Jeff, which puts him top 10 all time. In fact, I'll tell you exactly how much that puts him. That 30th career title made him tied 8 on our list with another lefty, Derek Acuff. Next up, some guy named Jacob Buttriff at 32. So getting into the JBT superstars who've moved on to be stars at the next level, as both of them already sort of are. Solomon and Serel both with Team USA experience. Non-champs event that Solomon won, Serel has finished twice, second to twice in that very same tournament. And you go to the well enough, you're going to hit water, and everything going right for Serel and Solomon as they just look relaxed and comfortable on this pair and are making this a runaway. Well, we're hoping for Bucks Cowboys, and we got Patriots Falcons instead. It's true. There's the shot. I said good things about the Patriots, Mama. Relax. Thank you. You got all snippy with me there. You see that? Kendall and Lindsey, each outstanding singles resumes in their own right, but they have some great chemistry as a doubles team, and especially in the stepladder when you combine to form one game, chemistry is super, super important. They obviously work really well together. Looking to win doubles for the 3rd time and Mojave doubles for the 2nd time. And Avery just can't get that 10-pin to pop out on the left-hand lane there. That's the story of the match. Nonetheless, she will take 2nd place in a scratch tournament happily and move on to try and do it on her own tomorrow. Singles tomorrow before a triple header next week out in California. Lots of bowling for these kiddos in singles, doubles, and team in the next month here. Well, how much you want to bet this one carries? Just like Zach Grime partnered up with Balea earlier to bowl what I think is the first Dutch 200 Baker. I don't remember another one in our tournaments, at least. We've only had one Baker 300 in our tournaments in all these years. Lindsey seems very pleased with herself in that spare. She should be, why not? Always seems when you leave 10-pin after 10-pin, it carries on the fill ball. Yep. Of course. Everybody knows it too over there. Great job from Avery and Casey, but a spectacular job from Solomon and Serel. They qualified a plus 606 after 7 games with bonus pins. Not the record, by the way. Someone got to 8 something. That might have been Derek Acuff that did that. Oh, that would have been much more exciting to leave it. It wouldn't have hurt him. I still haven't got one of those on camera. Alright, focusing back in over here. Here's Hayden up in the 7th. Dart just struck in the 6th. So this is an important shot. Does not get the Brooklyn to go. They are getting the 6 pins, as we mentioned. Kendall and Lindsey clean with 108 through 5. Add 6 onto them, and they're at 97. So if he converts this 6 pin, Hayden and Dart will trail by only 8 pins through 6.5 frames. Good close match over in handicap. 17 titles for Serel will move him up to 18th, tied with another Vegas bowler, Dallas Leong, in that spot on our all-time list. Well, again, Solomon takes sole possession of 8th place with a very impressive 256 combined effort for a stacked team that came through to win it all. Just like the LA Rams, you can stack your team and it doesn't necessarily mean they win. Hopefully. As Kendall fouled on that one and she knew it, it looks like. That's a match changer there. So right after Hayden opens on his spare, Kendall comes back with the foul, which essentially erases her spare in the 6th and keeps this an interesting game. Oh, that's a big foul there. Back up, Kendall. Wow, what a great recovery, too. Throwing a perfect shot on the spare ball to convert that. That takes a lot of mental toughness to shake that off immediately and come back with that pretty spare. Nicely done by Kendall. Their team now leads by 19 as a result, giving 6 back, so they managed to extend their lead through that exchange. Interesting. Then again, the Bucks stacked their team and did win it all, so that works too. Oh, nice shot from Lindsey. Good to see Lindsey's big brother Zach on a break from college back here as part of that Dutch 200 combo. Earlier it was Caden Odell and Kuzap Bove losing round 1 to Jairus Allows, now made 2 top 4s this season, and adult partner Olivia Derrico. Then Kendall and Lindsey beat them in round 2. And here we are, 3 frames from deciding the last order of business of the day. So Dart somehow finds himself here in the #1 spot, even though he's got all the bad karma in the world, because a year and a half ago he brought
Number 79.
He brought me delicious Rice Krispies treats, and he has not brought more since. Which I find rude, unacceptable, astonishing, disappointing, and everything. He's actually a super nice kid, and throws a super nice shot there in the 8th frame. Now once again, a real large frame here for Hayden King. Didn't do so well at Suncoast as his initial event, pulled great all day today. Boy, would he like to find a way to strike here. This is his last frame of the tournament. Well, that could have been a lot worse than the 4-pin. That was right through the schnoz. Breaks up everything but that 4. Big thanks to Tom Pippinger and Christy and the whole crew here at Samstown for hosting us. They make it, oh no, they make it super easy on us every time we visit. First time in I think 2 years we've been here, so super happy to be back at Sam's. And boy, if Hayden and Dart end up losing this match, Hayden's just gonna, well, feel exactly like that is how Hayden's gonna feel. He's disappointed in those spare results, but this game is not over. You gotta keep encouraging your partner. That's so important in these team environments. You'll see it in college bowling, high school bowling. In most places has a lot of baker like this. Kendall, well, stays behind the line, first of all, that's important. If she makes this, they'll lead by 25, given 6 backs, they'll be in great shape. If she misses this, Hayden and Dart will have one more crack at this thing. She made it perfectly in a power bowl when she wasn't supposed to. So all she has to do is do that again. Oh! And instead she does exactly what I asked her to do in power bowl. You got her timing backwards. Ouch. Well, they're still in not bad shape. They lead by 11. So 17 on the scoreboard, but they're giving 6 of them back. That's Dart and Hayden. That's Lindsey and Kendall. So it's an 11-pin lead. So 20 pins here makes them strike out, right? Something like that. Let's see what she comes up with here in the 10th. You see the pressure start to mount on all these bowlers' faces. Titles are hard to come by. You only get so many cracks at them. They want to come through here when they have this opportunity. And instead, she's going to have to shoot the very same thing that our partner just missed. It's amazing how often that happens. When you miss something, you're stuck shooting it again. Both excellent spare shooters. She'll go hard and straight cross lane at this. No! Oh, no! You could sit them down on the lane and tell them to try and do that for 6 hours and it would never happen even once. Instead, it happens here, and boy oh boy does that open up possibilities. Any combination of 20 pins in the 10th and we are tied, because it's a 6-pin difference, and we would go to a 2-frame roll-off to break that tie. No! All right.
Pick it up for a tie.
Yep. So now Dart has got to regroup here while we're back here. When we're back here making all this noise, this is still a tournament. He must spare this solid 8 and then strike on the fill ball for the tie. Got to have the spare first. No! Oh. Are you kidding me? Oh. You will never see that many twists and turns in 3 minutes of bowling than you just saw right there. Absolutely heartbreaking for Hayden and Dart, and absolute relief for Kendall and Lindsey, who survived back-to-back chops of the 610 to escape with the handicap division title. My goodness gracious. Well, I will join Hayden and Dart in the lounge, and we will go celebrate and commiserate and everything else. Great stuff here at Samstown. Excitement. We will do it all over again tomorrow for singles. My God.